And for this video, I want to create a GitHub repository, and I want to create one block. Let's call it info block, and let's publish it. Then I want to go to my repositories. Let's call it info block. For now, the repositories needs to be public, so we can fetch them. But in the future releases, we are planning to add the GitHub authentication, so we can fetch it from the private repositories as well. And let's just can do it like this. Let's open a terminal. Let's drag the folder to the terminal and info block. Let me just check the name. Yes, info block. And creating a block takes a little time, so I'm just going to pause it here and I'm going to grab a coffee. Okay, code is created. And info block, okay. We don't need the node modules, and for now we don't need this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to upload these existing files, info block, perfect. I'm going to commit change, and I'm actually going to remove this one, and then I'm going to open it with GitHub. And I'm going to open it in Studio. Perfect. Let's just add ignore, and we don't need node modules. Perfect. Now let's just run the terminal from here. Actually, we don't need a terminal here at all. And let me show you why. Now, the first thing that we're going to do is we are going to close this one and go to the resources, and we're going to fetch this one. Let's copy it. Info block. So we are going to do it here, and then we also need an editor. Let's download it, same as before. Info block, create include. Perfect. And we also now need a release, and this is going to be under the just a second .github. Then inside we need the workflows, and inside that we need a release YAML. Perfect. And we are going to copy this one. After this, we need to create the GitHub token. And to create a GitHub token, you need to go to the settings. And under the settings, there is developer settings. And let's go with the tokens. So create new token. And you need to authenticate it. And now let's give it a name. And we need to write packages. So let's delete packages as well. And we don't need the rest of them. Generate token. Perfect. And now we have this one. And let's keep it here. And now for this one, let's go to the settings. So just a second. Settings. And we need the secrets and variables, action, and we need a repository secret. So let's give it a hoster blocks, and let's copy this one. And we can copy this one here, and we need to replace it here right away. And we're going to save it, save the secret. Perfect. We now have our variable or the token. And with this one, let's build our first block. So it's going to be release, push, and the release are going to be made with the tag. So let's create a tag 001, create a tag, push, and if you go to the GitHub, under the, you can see it here as well. You can go under the actions. You can check here. You can press here and you can see what's happening under the hood. So we are actually going to build a block. We are going to download all the npm, and we are going to let's check. Sorry, we forgot to create the disk ignore, and that's going to help us to remove all the unnecessary things that we don't want under the modules. And then we also, in our production, don't want this one as well. We don't need this one as well. We don't need this one as well, and we don't need. Perfect. And let's just test. We need to push this one. So the GitHub have it as well. And now let's just create one more version number so we can just test our release. We don't need this one anymore. Okay, let's see what's happening now. Everything works perfect. Info block is created. And we also, just to let you know, from our store, we prefetched the title and the slug of the download. So we're creating the zip name as well. And if you want to deep dive into that, you can change it here as well. So let's just, since everything is done, we can go to the code and we can actually fetch our info block. So we are going to do it like this. We can close this one and let's open our test installation, plugins. And let's upload our info block. Let's paste it on our page. Info block. Perfect. Now let's jump to the editor and just change the style because I don't want to spend too much time here. So from the blue, let's change to the green. Perfect. And that's it. So now I want to show you how to actually fetch it from the GitHub, because at this point we didn't upload the zip and I want to fetch it from the GitHub. So we need to copy this and this. This is the owner and then this is repository name. So after we upload it, update it and reload it, you can see that it's fetching the info block release. Perfect. And since it's now version 0.2, because we made a mistake, let's now jump to the here. Let's change it to the 0.3. Perfect. And let's go to the GitHub. So we made a style change, we updated to 0.3, let's call it 0.3, push origin. Let's update it to the 0.3, push the update. And we need to wait about a minute, because the GitHub needs to, as you can see, first, actions. It needs to install the npm dependencies, then it's going to do entire build process for you. And as you can see, it's doing everything for you and it's creating a release tag. So now the trick is, you can see the release, it's here. So what you can do is you can now press the update, and it's going to fetch the automatically for you, as you can see. Or if you don't press it here, it's going to take a couple of hours, because we don't want to check for the GitHub every second or every minute. So during the day, it's going to push the updates automatically for you, and the store is going to fetch it as well. So if we just let's close this one, you can see the plugin already fetched the update for you. And let's just come back to the edit page, and you can see that we push the changes. So you can see how easy it is to self-host now your plugins with this solution. You can do it by manually creating the build process and updating the zip, or you can just fetch it from the GitHub. It's up to you. Thank you for watching, and if you have more questions, please reach us on our Facebook group. Also check our documentations as well, because this is going to be there as well. Thank you for watching, and hope you guys like our new plugin.